very difficult situation right now, both politically and economically. And this is a result of the financial crisis that was transformed into a solvency crisis. And in the end, of course, this was translated in the real economy into basically less consumer power, more unemployment, and the emaciation of the middle class. To give you just some figures, over 50% of the youth are unemployed in Greece, and about 25%, if not more, of the overall population are also unemployed. And that's an explosive number, as you can tell. Just think for a moment what that would mean in the United States context. Moving beyond the economics, though, this affects, of course, the state. And the state is trying to meet its obligations towards its lenders, which are basically the IMF, the European Central Bank, and the European Union. And in that effort, it has to collect taxes. Well, we know now that about 50% of the households in Greece cannot afford to pay their taxes, and they cannot meet their debt obligations at large to their bank loans and moreover, at large in the economy. And as a result, that leads to a deeper recession in the real economy, and at the same time affects the revenues that the state can collect. This makes policy making really hard. We have a government coalition in Greece between three parties, and that in itself is a fragile thing. Greece is not very trained in such endeavors, and it's going fairly well up to this point given the expectations we have had. But when you have as the main opposition parties the coalition of the radical left and an extreme right-wing party, Golden Dawn, you understand that things become really explosive, and we cannot really predict exactly how long this equilibrium can last. Just to give you a sense of what the problem is in Greece, 88 MPs, members of the Greek parliament, out of the 300 members, had to send a petition to the president of the parliament to ask for the law to be enforced within the parliament with respect to non-smoking. Greek parliamentarians themselves are violating a law they have voted in that very same parliament. So in a way, many journalists and commentators are thinking, well, if we cannot enforce a law within the very own parliament that voted it, how can we convince other Greeks to follow the law and basically meet their obligations? So there has to be a lot of mentality change in Greece. And at the same time that this is going on, of course, we do have the first signs of positive developments, and that give us some reason for optimism. Many young people, especially, have turned this crisis into an opportunity by creating new non-governmental organizations, starting up new companies, changing internally oriented businesses into externally oriented and export-oriented businesses, and some feeling, some understanding that only through solidarity and through a collective action among this critical, hopefully, mass of people can we get out of this situation.